Okay, so there are three big stories I want to cover in about 3 minutes. The first one, Ukraine uses US provided long range ATACAMS missiles against the Russian forces for the first time. So this morning I talked about how a Russian base was hit, 9 helicopters were destroyed, as well as a bunch of other things. And I was saying, if we look on the map, this is Berdansk, it's a long way away. It's longer than anything that they have. So either they got ATACMS or they're doing something else, because it's interesting. I didn't think that there were any ATACMS in country. ATACMS are now in country. It's verified by AP. What does this mean for Ukraine moving forward? Well, ATACMS have a range of about 180 miles. That is 289 kilometers. If you look at the deep state map, you see this. This is Ukraine. Here is the Kerch Bridge. It is 271, and you really need only you have a maximum range of 289. So Kerch Bridge is looking like it's in trouble. But if you move it anywhere else, you can move this from other points within Ukraine. There's pretty much, this is 296. If you move it into Kherson, which is a little bit closer, 268. There's pretty much nowhere within occupied Ukraine that the Ukrainians can't now hit. So that's the big first story. Okay, so if the Russians aren't careful, they're going to get a lot of things blown up if they don't move things right now. Second big story. Over the weekend, we had the Polish elections. Now, I was worried about this because of the way Slovakian elections went 2 weeks ago, and they kind of became a block with Hungary. And if Poland became that block with them, that would be really bad. But the Polish opposition won the parliamentary vote in a tight race, and it looks like, from everything I can see right now, that the Polish opposition win would bolster Ukraine and maintain U.S. military ties. This is according to Stars and Stripes. So I'm not worried about that either. This is kind of relieving to me. Okay, last thing that we need to keep our eyes on. Putin begins his visit to China, underscoring ties amid Ukraine war and Israel-Palestinian conflict. So watch to see. Now, I did a video about this that'll be coming out shortly, about the rhetoric between that Putin used as he's interviewed on national TV, providing all of his talking points about what's going on in Ukraine. I want to see what Putin walks away from, if there's any deal that comes out of this, or if it's just more happy talk. If it's more happy talk, that's very relieving, and it makes me think they're not really the great friends that they like to make themselves out to be. So that's what I'm going to look for. The last thing about this is there are 123 member countries with the ICC. Now remember, Putin's not supposed to be able to travel outside his countries, but China, India, Russia, the US are some of the few countries that are not signed on to the ICC. So there's no likelihood that Putin's going to get arrested while he's there. That's my 3 minutes. Thank you for listening to my 3 stories. Thank you for the coffees and the likes and the shares and the subscribes. And I hope that helps you, because you're the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.